am a strong believer that life should be very simple. There are so many things we do in our life that stresses us, puts a lot of pressure on us, and in the long run drains us. I believe that if we let go of certain things in our life can become very simplified. A year or two ago, I would have fallen in the category that let things bother them or drains them or live certain ways that puts a lot of pressure on them. But after I took out certain habits that stresses me or put pressure on me, my life has become very simple. And today I want to share 10 of those things that I let go to simplify my life. The first thing I let go was to wait for last minute before I do anything. I used to be the type that will wake up in the morning before I'll iron and get ready for work. But now I realize that sometimes I don't even wake up early enough to get prepared for work. And so, in order for me not to pressurize myself so much, be in a hurry to do this and do that, I prep up the weekend before. So every weekend, either a Saturday or a Sunday, I make sure that I take out clothes that will last me Monday to Friday and I ironed it. Then I'll put together my handbag for Monday. So let's say I ironed on a Saturday, I will put my handbag together on Sunday. I put everything that I will need in because I may forget it in the morning when I am rushing out. So because I don't want to forget anything and I don't want to be in a rush because I'm running late and a whole lot of things, I plan the weekend so that in the morning when I wake up, I have enough time to prep up myself without rushing anything to go to work. So I stopped doing anything last minute. Anything last minute stresses me out. So I had to put a stop to it. And that is the first thing that I let go to simplify my life. The next thing is that I stop satisfying my cravings. I have a very crazy craving. Like, I can be craving for ice cream, which isn't something I really, really like. I do love it, but I mean, I would choose chocolate over ice cream any other day. But I used to satisfy my cravings a lot. So I'm feeling for chocolate, I'm getting chocolate. I'm feeling for Coca-Cola, I'm getting Coca-Cola. I'm feeling for jollof rice, I'm getting jollof rice. I used to satisfy my cravings a lot. And I realized that it's not really helping me, especially for someone who wants to lose weight. I keep eating the things that will rather make me gain weight. So I had to stop satisfying my cravings every time it kicks in. Sometimes I will just act as if it doesn't exist. It's hard because cravings have a very strong way of coming, and I have to let him know that I was there before you came, so you can't tell me what to do. The next thing that I stopped doing to simplify my life is to stop seeking people's opinion. This is not to say that I don't seek advice from people. What I'm saying is that whenever I want to do something, I just go ahead and do it. Seeking people's opinion in the long run gets you confused because everybody is telling you what they think, and in the end, you get confused and forget what you initially planned to do. So, this is something that I have stopped doing, and it has simplified my life. If there's something that I want to do, I just go ahead and I do it without seeking anyone's opinion. The fourth thing that I stopped doing to simplify my life is to cut off alcohol. Not totally, but I have reduced it drastically. Alcohol, I don't know how I started drinking alcohol because growing up, it wasn't part of something that I take. I was introduced to it. I don't remember the year, but the first alcohol I was introduced to was red wine. And so for years, that was the only alcohol that I was drinking. Then I tasted whiskey. I didn't like it. I tasted brandy. I didn't like it. I tasted vodka. I liked it. So my alcohol became either vodka or red wine. And for years, I kept consuming. There wouldn't be a Friday that I would come home without a bottle of red wine. And it got to a point that I realized that it has become too much. It is good to take it once a while, especially when you are stressed or when you need to relax. It helps me. But if I am going to take it every other Friday, it's not going to help with anything in my life. So I have cut it down since December 2024. I decided that I'm not going to be taking alcohol this year. I can count the number of times I have taken alcohol between January and April, and it is not up to four. And so that is one thing that I have cut off, what to simplify my life. Another thing that I have cut off to simplify my life is the intake of sugar. I have a sweet mouth. I like to take things that are really sweet. And so anytime you come to my house and you go to my fridge, you're going to find sweet stuff in my fridge. But I had to cut it down. I've not cut it off totally, but it has reduced drastically. Like you won't come to my fridge and find juices or sodas or alcohol in my fridge anymore. You will only find water, you will find apples, you may find grapes, but you wouldn't find anything sugar. And now I think the only sugar I take is when I want to have maybe oats, and I put in a teaspoon of sugar just to give it a taste. And I balance it up with some chia seed, some apple, and some low fat milk because oats is not something I really like, but it's healthy, so I need to balance it with some chia seeds, some apples, some low fat milk, and some a teaspoon of sugar. So it is one thing that I have reduced. Another thing that I have stopped doing to let go to simplify my life is to force connection. I have stopped forcing connection. If you are my friend and I realized that I'm the only person who is only putting in effort. For instance, there are some friends that, let's say we've been friends for about 5 years. I can count the number of times they've been to my house. That may be one or two, maximum three. Yet when we turn it around and I count the number of times I have been to their house, that would be about 10. And this year, I made a decision that there are some friends in my contact list that I am always the first to communicate with them. So I am not going to initiate conversation with them or communication with them this time around. I'm going to sit back, watch them, and wait to see if they will ever get back to me or be the first to message me. And we are in April and I've not heard from such people. It tells you that those connections or those friendships were just one-sided and not two-sided. For all you know, they may think that I have neglected them and I am not checking up on them. But the thing is, what stops them from also checking up on me? So I stopped forcing connection henceforth. I don't do that anymore because why should I? I think we've done 6 points. So point number 7 is that I have stopped expecting things from people and rather started accepting people for who they are. Expectation, they say, always leads to disappointment. So one thing that I have stopped doing is expecting people to act right, expecting people to behave certain way, expecting certain attributes or behaviors or habits from people. Rather, I have learned to accept people for whoever they are for or however they choose to behave, and this has simplified my life in so many ways, which leads to point number 8. I have learned to mind my business. One way that has helped me to simplify my life is to mind my business. As I said, I don't expect anymore, I accept. So now I allow people to do what they want to do that makes them happy. I do what makes me happy, and everybody minds their business. That is the way that we can all win at life. So now I don't bother myself about what someone is doing or what a person is doing that doesn't seem right or something. That's what they want to do. they should go ahead and do it, and it is their life. That doesn't mean that I am not concerned about what others do, but everybody is an adult here. Let's be realistic. Everybody is an adult, and people know what they are doing. Don't sit back and assume that they are not aware of what they are doing. They are very much aware of what they are doing. So I mind my business and allow people to do what they want to do or what excites them. And that is point number 8. Point number 9 is that I have stopped picking my phone in the middle of the night. You know, for most of us who wake up a couple of times before morning, I get up to go and use the washroom. Anytime I pick my phone, I find it difficult to go back to sleep. And for years, that has been my issue. I'll get up maybe around 1 or 2 and I'll go and use the washroom. And instead of going straight back to bed or straight to sleep when I get back in my bed, I'll pick my phone with the excuse that I want to check the time. Before I realize I'm on Instagram, before I realize I've opened TikTok, I'm responding to WhatsApp messages at 2 a.m. And that is what happens. And I will spend an hour or two on phone. And before I realize my alarm goes off and I have to prepare to go to work. I stopped doing that because it wasn't helping me, my health and my sleep. I wasn't getting enough sleep. I go to work and you realize that I am still sleepy. I am still not myself. My mood changes and a whole lot of things. So I just have to stop in order to simplify my life because I can't stress myself and I can't drain myself or make myself unhealthy like that. So I stopped. And the final thing that I stopped doing to simplify my life is to say no when I want to say no. Now people tell me that I am too difficult. Oh, Josie, you are very difficult. You are hard to get through. You are this, you are that. It's because first I didn't have boundaries. I will say yes, even when deep down I know that I don't want to do this. I would just say yes because I don't want the other person to feel bad or be in a bad mood or something. So I'm always saying yes to people. But now that my favorite word is no, people are complaining. People are saying you have changed, you are this, you are that, you are that. I remember a man came to my office and we were talking and I think he asked for a pen and I gave it to him. And when he was going, he was like, "Can I keep it?" And I said, "No, you can't." And he was like, "You know what? You know, people don't like people like you." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He says, and he was like, "I'm just like you. I'm very blunt. And people don't like people who are very blunt and straightforward. And so what do you do about it?" I said, "I don't know how to sugarcoat. I'm just going to say yes when I mean it. And I'm going to say no when I really don't want to say something. And anybody who is bothered about it or angry about it can go do whatever they want to do because I am not changing my mind." And ever since I made sure to put myself first and my needs first and my what I want to do and what I don't want to do first, my life have become simple because nobody can force me to do anything that I don't want to do. And these are the things that I have changed about myself that has simplified my life for the past almost 1 year. I am not saying that you should change the exact things that I have changed to simplify my life. I am only saying that look within you. Are there habits, are there behaviors, are there characters or patterns that you have been following year after year that you become so comfortable, yet it's put pressure and drains you? Let go of them to simplify your life. Life shouldn't be that crazy. You should know how to make life very simple for you. And when you do that, you will realize that everything will fall in place. Even when things are not going well, you will not panic or anything. You will just let things go and handle it in a simplified way. And that's what I have for you guys today. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, to share, to comment, hit the notification button so that you wouldn't miss any episode from this channel. God bless you for visiting my channel. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, lovelies.